Plan that started in Philadelphia, making its way here to Detroit to help prevent water shutoffs in the city. It is an income-based water bill plan to make water affordable to all Detroiters.
Joining us now is Roger Colton from the economic consulting firm of Principal Fisher Sheehan and Colton in Maryland, also a consultant for the Detroit Water and Sewerage Department here.
And Detroit City Council member Mary Sheffield from our studio downtown. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for joining us, Councilwoman Sheffield. We're going to start with you. Detroit just raised water rates, and an average household pays about $5 more. You're trying to help low-income residents, yet you raised the price of water. Why is that?
Well, according to the department, this was a needed raise within the water department in order to pay to fill in a $27 million deficit within the department because there's less uses within the Detroit Water and Sewage Department. But my whole issue with the entire raise on race is that we do not have this affordability plan in place. We speak a lot to assistance, and that's a little bit different than affordability. And until we have a plan in place that can be implemented, I am not okay with raising water rates on residents in the city who cannot afford to pay the current rates that are in place right now.
You and a lot of residents. Mr. Colton, your program there that we're talking about here is income-based, a model that seems to be working in Philadelphia. Can you explain how it works, and do you think it could work here in Detroit?
The program that is being implemented in Philadelphia would certainly work in Detroit as well. What the program does is to cap water and sewer bills at an affordable level of income. And as a result, rather than having the local utility run tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of debt, the utility will not only bill their revenue, but they will collect their revenue as well. That's what's been found in other places in the country.
Now, Councilwoman, if residents are paying less based on their income, won't this put the Detroit Water and Sewage Department in some kind of a financial bind here?
I mean, it possibly could, and I think that's why we need to have a comprehensive plan and study done to figure out what are the proper rates that we charge and how this actual affordability plan looks within the city of Detroit. And so I am looking forward to the blue panel that we have talked about within the city council and bringing in consultants and experts to really study this issue. But I really believe that this should have been studied, months ago, and really we wouldn't be in the situation where we are now, where we're now pushing more people into the position where they're not going to be able to pay the current rates. But we have a city, Philadelphia has already paved the way of how this program can look, and I'm looking for this council to jump on board and support and begin to really create an affordability plan within the city of Detroit.
Yeah, Mr. Colton, same kind of question to you, but first of all, address how do you determine who is low income, but also then if people with low income are paying less or a capped amount, somebody's got to pick up the slack. How do you reconcile all that?
The group of people who is low income will be defined as people at or below 150% of the poverty level. That really probably doesn't have much meaning, but they will be identified by government agencies, by community-based organizations. There are folks out there whose job is to identify low-income households. The reason there isn't necessarily a disconnect between giving a discount and having increased rates to other customers is that simply because Detroit Water bills its customers doesn't mean that it actually collects the money that it's billing. And indeed, we know in Detroit that that's not happening. That's why the Detroit Water and Sewer Department has disconnected 35,000 households, 35,000 customers in the last year.
Okay, we're out of time, Mr. Colton. We do thank you for your time explaining this program and how it's working in Philadelphia. Roger Colton, we thank you for your time, and also Councilwoman Mary Sheffield. Thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. An issue that certainly will stay here in the city as we talk
We'll be talking about it for a while longer.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.